Welcome, we made it. Barralow Creek Campground. I'm going to quickly show you around and then we'll go straight into it with the Rhino Man canopy, the Bushcompany 270-degree awning and the platform rack on top. And then we'll quickly just step over the fridge and my fridge organiser here, and then the battery, the lithium battery, just an update on that consumption. That'll be very quick. And then we'll address the warranty issue on the front camera, which is all fixed. So it's been 6 days now since it's been fixed and it's not leaking water and it's still working. So let's get into it. Well, this is why you should carry a chainsaw. Now, what I'm going to do here, I've got two choices. Either try and move this by hand, which I will try, but I won't exert myself, or drive up the road here, reverse back. There's a bit of a clearing up there, and go in on the western end, which is through Bilpin. Yeah, so obviously national parks haven't come through here this morning. This is very busy here on the weekends, so this must have happened last night. So this tree's all rotten and it's fallen from there. So all right, I won't film this bit because you might hear some swear words and all that sort of stuff. So right, I'll get into it. Well, that was hard work. I'd done it. I didn't think I could do it, but it was a bit rotten up the top up here, so at least 1/4 of it just snapped off. And I just trust the old branch here. I'll just leave it all the way off to the edge here and just slowly push it off the road here by hand with this stick or branch. This is all done now. I can get through, just save myself about an hour. As you can see, it's a beautiful day, and in conditions like this you could drive it probably just a normal two-wheel drive car, but I would strongly suggest, if it was raining or muddy conditions, a four-wheel drive or at least an all-wheel drive car. Okay, there's one thing I love about this awning. It's so simple to set up, and it's a true self-standing awning. It's has got one thing I don't really like about it. So let's go in it. I'm going to set it up right now. 30 seconds. So you can time me if you want, but here we go. And the zip starts at the other end. That's it, all done, all set up. As I said, it's a true freestanding awning. There's only just one little thing I don't like about it. Well, I expected something different from it. I thought it'd be larger. So on camera, it looks big, but in reality or life, it's a little bit on the small side. And yeah, so, but you know, it's only going to be for two people, me and the missus, and the dog. And we can get a swag under here. We can put tables and chairs and all that under here and all that sort of stuff. So I've got a sidewall coming as well. That's a universal one. It's the Bushcompany mesh wall. They call it a universal wall or a generic wall or something like that. I can put that anywhere. It's 2400, which will overlap these arms. So it'll go the full length of here and probably go 200 this way and 200 that way past those arms. So we can move that around. A little bit pricey. I think 580 bucks just for a wall and pegs, and I think you get some side skirt things and all that. But you know, to match this color and the Velcro and all that, because this is a true Velcro system, it's a Velcro brand. I'm gonna bite the bullet and go pay the 580 and get a proper wall. I was going to go like get a King's wall or something, or some wall that's got a cheaper wall that's got Velcro on it, which will be a completely different color to this, and the quality wouldn't be there. When you're paying 580 or you're paying, I don't know, 100 bucks, there's got to be some quality sort of things happening there. So I'm going to go with the Bushcompany awning. Yeah, so that's the, you know, just the size. I just thought it'd be bigger, and but I'm very happy with it. You know, it's that's the, I wanted to go the 270 Max, which has that forward arm folding towards the front of the car. They couldn't fit it on. They tried to come up with a universal bracket and to fit onto that platform rack on top here. They tried a few different things. It just didn't work out. So that's the biggest or the longest awning I could put on here, because you've got that wind resistance, that bow, so you can't go too far forward out of the bracket at the front here. So I've got the 270, that'll be it. So I'm very happy with this. It's super strong. I mean, it's, you know, it'll take a lot. You know, I'm moving the whole car here. It doesn't feel weak. The canvas is, it just feels like great quality. And yeah, so I can't wait to get out and use it. So I've got a trip coming up, the bridle track. I'll mention that a bit later on. So yeah, now I might show just around the canopy next, and then we'll go to the platform rack. Now, I don't like talking about the cost of things really. It makes me feel a little bit awkward. But the money I sold my old Ford Ranger, and all that went into this car. So if it went into general revenue or the missus budget, it probably would have got spent on household stuff or whatever. So I just wanted to see some of my old Ranger put into this Ranger here, if that makes sense to anyone. So now that money's gone. So now I've got to save up for all the rest of the stuff I've got to put on this car. So that brings me to the cost of this setup. Now I'm only talking about the canopy, the awning, and the platform rack. So and the labour cost. So all up, it cost me $8,800. So I'll break that down in 3 parts. But now there is a price increase. I just got in time, even though I was the first one to order one of these. Then I got the second shipment, so I just scraped it in. So I'll go over the cost right now, and yeah, let's get into it. So we'll start with the canopy. That costs $5,000. The 270-degree awning was $2,100, and the platform rack was around about $950, I think it was, and the labour cost was $750. So I think I rounded up or rounded down some of those figures, but it's not much out. So now these canopies now, they're $6,000 now. They've gone up $1,000 due to the rand in South Africa against the American dollar apparently, and the price of aluminium. So they went up a whole $1,000. So I just squeezed that in. Yeah, so the whole setup, as I said before, 8. So yeah, I've got it for a long time. So, you know, I'll hopefully keep this car for 10 years if it lasts. So that's why I went good quality gear so I can use it and not worry about it breaking and all that sort of stuff. So, all right, we'll get into looking at the canopy, the pros and cons. There's not many cons really, but I'll show you anyway. So, as you can see, I went with glass windows. Mainly for one reason, that's for the Mad Jack Russell. It's got a doggy window here, I'll just show you. He can stick his head out when these boxes aren't in, because they're, I'll take them out every trip. I'll just take them out and put them back in. And there's also a window on the other side. Yeah, so while I got this window open, this is one of the cons. So as you can probably see, I don't know if you can see it, I'll just show you. That arm right there just misses that window. And there's a reason behind all that. And that is because of the height of the awning. So it just misses as I just showed you. And it all comes down to the canopy here with these struts. So the Bushcompany said you can get shorter struts. So that'll bring it up to about here, right? The reason being, I can bring this awning down lower. So as you can see, there's a bit of a gap there, and then there'll be a gap around the back as well. So I'm going to bring that down a little bit lower. And yeah, so it all comes down to removing those struts, so it just opens there. It's something that the Bushcompany have taken up with Rhino Man. and you don't need it on the other side obviously, but just this side. Yeah, so that's one of the cons of this canopy, is that. And that's about it really. Right, I'll show you on the inside. Before I go on the inside, I better show you properly on the outside. So all these keys, they're key alike all the way around. There's 6, and there's no option for central locking, so that's probably a con as well, but probably another $1,000 as well, I'd say. This is made out of, as you all know, it's aluminium, but it's solid as. Glass is solid. Actually, I like the glass look on the outside. I still got rear view vision there, through there, even with the fridge in there. It only blocks a little bit, but I think the glass looks better. It doesn't look sort of too commercial or industrial like a lot of aluminium cabs do. I think this is the best looking aluminium canopy on the market, in my opinion. So I don't know, with those full doors, it just looks, I don't know, it looks a little bit cheaper and just looks like a work ute then, you know. It's not a work ute. I just think the glass looks smarter. And this new Rhino Man canopy, it's a second generation one, and it's a lot better. It just looks smart, you know. And I went the black look because that's the theme of the car. You know, people go, oh, why don't you get it color coded? It looks terrible. And I've had other people say, oh, mate, that black, it looks really good on the car, it suits it. Well, that's what I'm going for. Everything's black on this car. It's a black awning, black rims, black plastic trims, black bull bar. You know, it's blue and black. That's what it's going to be. So, you know, it's I really like it. You know, it's squared off to the car. When you think about this next gen Ranger, it's squared off everywhere. You know, the back squared off. You know, your front squared off, and everything like that. You know, and you get to the canopy, and it's squared off as well. And I think it blends in really nice. And don't get me wrong, I like fiberglass canopies too. There's some great looking fiberglass canopies out there. You know, but I don't like, they probably suit the old Ranger more, the fiberglass, because they've got the curves and all that in it. But I think that this square look canopy really suits the car, and I love the black as well. So, but everyone's got their own taste, eh? So, but I like it. All right, I'm going to show you the inside now. Also, another reason why I went the aluminium canopy is the weight. So it's round about, I think, 75 kilo, but it's what I could put on top of this thing. The static weight is half a ton, or 450 or half a ton, I think it is. And the Dymatic weight is 250 kilo, quarter of a ton. So, you know, so I can future proof this canopy by, if I want to put a rooftop tent on, you know. So, you know, you got the awning weight, the platform rack weight, and then a rooftop tent. You know, I got plenty of tolerance now. So that's another reason why I went aluminium, because, you know, it's you know, just built stronger. You know, I've heard stories, fiberglass cracks and all that. I know they brace them on the inside to get about 150 kilo, I think they get. That's Dymatic weight, and or it could be static as well. I don't know. I don't know much about the fiberglass, but let me know in the comments if you got a fiberglass canopy that's no, around about 200 kilo or something like that with Dymatic weight. Just write it down. Let us know. Yeah, but anyway, that's one of the probably the major reason, really. Yeah, probably the major reason. And then I'll show you on the inside now. Hello. So this is the inside. It comes with a light. I think I'll be able to reach it as well, which is a rechargeable magnetic thing, because it's all aluminium. There's a steel plate there, so yeah, it comes with this, so it could come in handy. And also, what I really like with this thing is these M8 bolt rails. I can adjust these all the way along. So I've got a quick idea. Hang on, I've got the Ranger turning up. Hang on. I thought I had the Ranger coming over. She's going to the toilet by the looks of it. So, where was I? Oh, these M8 bolt slides. So, I can slide all the way along. Another rail on the other side. There's two rails here, one there. You can put like a shelving down here. You can buy them. It comes across here. So you can put all your sort of kitchen stuff in here. I'm not going to bother with that. I want this access in and out of here. So, but I have got an idea. I'm going to run a platform or a tray hanging from the ceiling. That's not going to rock around, obviously. So I can put like chairs, a table, and all that sort of stuff. You can option for a table for this that they build. I think it's $600 to $700. I think it is. That's what it's there for. I'm just going to build something out of marine ply, I think, and then work out something that goes into these slots up here, and yeah, just see how we go. It's just dead space up here. You know, I've got the fridge. It's what, 12 inches there before it hits the roof. Yeah, so if I can utilise at least 6 inches here, I can get things up in here. So that's one plan of attack. What else can I show you in here? It comes with a compliance plate. Oh yes, I don't know if you can see that, but all these corners are gusseted, and this whole thing is fully welded. There's no nuts or bolts or anything like that. So it's not two sheets put together and then bolted together and with Sikaflex or anything like that. It's all fully welded. The only thing bolted on is these windows. So, and on the gas struts. Another major thing with these canopies, how they're bolted to your tub. Super strong. They're tied down to the tie down points of your tub. Apparently it's the strongest part of your tub. So they're not like some fiberglass ones. They just clip under here, clip here and clip here, and so on. These brackets, they come down. I'm going to hop down in a minute and I'll show you these brackets. Actually, I'll do it right now. So you can see these brackets. They're all the way down here, and you get to keep your tie down point, which I'll always use. So, you know, they go all the way down to your tie down points, and same with the back ones as well. If you've got your bed liner cover in here, you will, they do cut it at the back. It's only a small slot they put in there. I'll show you that as well. These are the rear mounts. They just cut in here, as you can see. I'll get my finger out of the way on my hand, and they just go down to your tie down points just down here. But it looks tidy. You don't notice them. Yeah, so that's the rear mounts. It also has a positive air pressure vent, as you can see, just above the containers there. Yeah, that helps with dust, but I'll tell you what, I've had a closer look at this tub. It's nothing to do with the canopy, it's to do with the tub. I think there's going to be a lot of, what do you call it? That foam stuff everywhere, that sticky foam, the tailgate, you know. You get the Titanic through some of those gaps. And there's two big ones at the front here as well, where the bed liner finishes up the top. Yeah, so it might be a silicone job or a foam, I don't know. So that's one other thing. Down to the platform rack now. So I think the Bushcompany called this an expedition rack or something like that. I can't remember. But it has M8 bolt slides everywhere. They start from here and go back or forward. Every slat's got it. But what I like about these, they also got the M8 bolt slides here at the front, on the top, all the way around. Then also on the side, all the way around, and underneath, if you have to use something underneath as well. So you're spoiled for choice there with them 8 bolts. I absolutely love this rack. I think it looks better than the Rhino rack for sure. It suits the canopy and suits the car. It doesn't look weak, it's strong. I mean, it's strong as this thing. And also fully welded as well. So I'm really happy with this. Love it. It's got a swag will go on top of here, maybe 2. And with the bridle track there'll be 2. When I go onto the bridle track there'll be 2 swags. So yeah, love it. I'm only going to go quickly how I mounted this fridge, because this video is about the canopy, awning and the platform rack in the main. So what I've done here, I've got plate steel here that's 5mm thick. I heat it up and bend it. You've got to drill through the fridge. That's how I've mounted it. There's one on each side, and it's also braced right across the bottom. So that stops that forward motion, a lot of it, and this will as well. And it'll stop the sideway motion. I think I explained this in a video I've done a couple of weeks ago. So this fridge is running right now. It's been going off the Big Way battery, which I bang on about a fair bit because it's a great Aussie product. And yeah, it's been going now for 7 days. Nothing going into it, no solar, no DC to DC charger. That's 7 days, and I think it's still got 60-something% left in the battery. So that's all going great. So I just wanted to brush on that really quickly because people have asked me any updates with the fridge. So that's a quick update. And I'll just quickly go over my Father's Day present. Father's Day present, it's a fridge organiser off Blacksmith Camping Supplies, Australia. Australian made. Yeah, so I like to support these small Aussie companies when I can. So yeah, this is a great little thing. You know, I've got detergent, what do you call that, antibacterial soap dispenser, your insect repellent, your beer coolers, which you've got to have, your salt, pepper, can opener, torch, a tape measure to catch me big fish so I can measure it and brag about it, a pen, harmonica, compass, bottle opener in the back there, tea towel, there's a scourer, some straws, playing cards. Yeah, I love it. It's all that knick-knack stuff that you find in the bottom of a box or a drawer or something like that. It's right here. You just bang, get it. So yeah, I really like it. Yeah, what else can I say about this thing? It's all Australian made canvas, so it's not like imported Chinese canvas and they make it over here. It's all Australian, so it's very easy to install. It's basically, it comes with tape on the back of this. Actually, this is cured now, so I'll just show you. That's Velcro. So if you want to take it off, you just pull it straight off and that'll stay up there, and then you can re-Velcro it straight back on again. So as you can see, I'll do this side, might be better. As you can see, the Velcro, you just take the whole thing off if you don't want it on there, and then you can put it back on. But that'll stay there. There's no reason to move it. So all right, so now we'll go on to a bit of a contentious issue here now. We'll talk about that wiring and that front camera. This might need a beer. No, I'm driving. Grab a softie. Ah, it says ginger beer, that'll do. So, the front camera story. I finally had it fixed last Tuesday. So that's been 6 days now. So far, so good. No water's coming out of it. The camera's not moving. So it's all done. So hopefully it's fixed now. They come up with a whole new bracket system for this front camera. I think if you got got this bull bar around about March onwards, I don't think you'd have this problem, because I think they fixed it. The contentious issue that I was talking about is who to blame. It's coming back to this all the time. It's going backwards and forwards. So you ask ARB, which I did, and they say, oh no, yeah, it's a Ford problem and all that, and the way their cameras are and all that sort of stuff. So I tell Ford, so this is last week's conversation, and the bloke at Ford, he's a very nice guy, and he said to me, yeah, they keep blaming us all the time, because what's been happening, a person will come back with their car and saying there's something wrong with their front camera. ARB is saying to them, it's a Ford problem, you've got to take it back to Ford. So Ford are getting these problems, even though they get the bull bar fitted after they buy the car. So they're going directly to ARB, and something happens with the camera, and ARB are still telling them to go to Ford to fix it. So, but ARB in the background, this is the way I get the story. So ARB in the background of, they knew they had this problem with the first generation bull bars for this next gen Ranger car. So in the background, they've been working on a new bracket, which I have now. So Ford are blaming ARB for this because of that bracket system for their bull bar wasn't right in the first place. And ARB are saying they've got no problems, which I have been told. It's a Ford problem. So is the truth somewhere in the middle? I don't know. But I'm a happy camper now. It's fixed. Well, I'm not out of the woods yet. It's only been 6 days. Tomorrow will be 7. Actually, I might go around to the front and just check it now, because I haven't checked it for a few days. If it's leaking now, I'll cut the video and start crying. All right, I'll show you now. So there we go. No water coming out. That's a good sign, because that's the first sign. It'll start leaking water. Then the camera, this little camera, will start moving. And once it starts moving, it's a shot duck. So far so good. There's no movement there. And no water coming out. Day 6. Wish me luck. So, warranty issues. That's the only one, is that front camera. So, is that a Ford problem or an ARB problem? I don't know. As I said before, the truth is somewhere in the middle. But that is the only warranty issue I've had with this car. Unless you count that infill with that flare that they just didn't put in, that's all. That got fixed up. So this car's nearly done 10,000. I'm going to do a 10,000 K review on the car if I've got time. So that's it. That's pretty good. So that's the only issue I've had. So this car's going great. I love it. As I've said 100 times, I love this car, and nothing else is, no noises, no other sort of complaints. It's going like a dream. Absolutely love this car. So I just want to tie up some loose ends while I got yous all here now. I know some of the videos have been all over the place and not consistent and all that, but life and work, it's just been astronomical. And then try and squeeze in these videos, which I love doing. I love coming to locations like this. This is a great part of the Hawkesbury. We're just in the Hawkesbury, I think. And I love doing this, and I like sharing all this stuff with you guys. If it helps you out, if you just starting to do a build on one of these ranges, and you can follow my mistakes if I make some, which I think I probably have, or if you like the ideas that I've put onto this car, you can follow it. And I'd like to see more ranges with this canopy on there. I have not seen one. with the Rhino Man canopy with the glass windows. I think I've seen one aluminium with the full doors. One. And I'm on the road every single day. And I look at every next gen Ranger that comes past me. I always check them out and look at their setups. So heaps of fiberglass ones. They're so popular. But I have not seen one, the Rhino Man with the glass windows on it. But I'd like to see more of them get around. I'd like to, you know, hear of other people's opinions on these canopies. We all know about the awnings and all that sort of stuff. You know, they're pretty popular. Yeah, so I think I might wrap it up there, guys. If you want to ask me any questions, leave them down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really need that help, like subscriptions, just so I can build the channel and then I can keep doing videos. There's one thing I have to address. No one has sponsored me. No one has given me a discount. No one has given me anything towards this car. All these mods you see on this car have come out of my own pocket. So if you're thinking in the background, oh, is he getting this stuff cheap, or they giving it to me, he's not mentioning it, I'll tell you straight away. I'll be honest with you guys. I've paid 100%. So if anyone wants to give me something for half price or something like that and flog their product, I shouldn't say flog, but and I think it's a great product, I'll do it and I'll tell you. But so far, 100% me. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here now, and I'll see you in the next one.